What's up, y'all? This is The Americans, Season 5, Episode 3, The Midges.
Yeah.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Are you okay there? Do you want a pen?
I'm looking for a pen. Oh, you stole my pen! I'm over here going crazy.
Hey guys, my name is TK Trinidad. I am your host for The Americans.
She's a midge.
Alright, so you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad, Twitter, Instagram, all this other stuff. We have looked at all your comments from last week. We really appreciate it. We'll discuss it after you introduce the rest of the hosts.
Hey everybody, I'm Al Gragg. You can follow me on Twitter at SoundClashCine and on IG at ALG_Jamaica House Film. Let's get trumped up, Kremlined up. Let's do it.
Hey, this is Emmanuel Wright. You can find me on Instagram at Young Camel Toe.
Yeah.
That's YUNG Camel Toe.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head again. I love it when you shake your head, TK. You can find me on Twitter at DearVit Spitz.
And by the way, check out that blouse TK is wearing, everybody.
Anywho, I just want to, like I said, I read the comments, so I just want to, talk about a few of them. So apparently we discussed a little bit too much about Trump. How do y'all feel about that? Because I felt like I was being, just doing here versus now type thing. I think I was very on both sides.
I just think we were just giving context to what's going on right now in the news. But hey, we take all opinions.
I mean, I guess you can't talk about Donald Trump in 2017. I mean, I didn't know. Now I know.
We're down with Trump over here. We Kremlined up, you see?
I like how we started off this discussion with Donald Trump, though.
Yeah, I know. It's self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, I just, want to, I always like to acknowledge the folks who watch it, because without them, they, like their opinions, it's better than not having any opinions at all. So
thank you. Exactly.
You make us better. So keep them coming. We definitely do not have thick skins.
Opinions from all sides.
We definitely do have thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, right. She is kind of thin-skinned, though. Go ahead, though, TK.
I wish they had like a behind-the-scenes with these two. Anywho, so I find like this episode was definitely about Paige and Grain. Those two, the major things. So how did you feel about the episode overall?
All right.
After you, my brother.
No, go ahead, man.
Go with you, young camel toe.
Yeah, all right.
Let him get his one in first.
Let me talk, man. Let me speak.
You got the floor.
All right. Paige is a little bit too slow for me, man. I'm gonna need Paige to pick it up, man. Like she's like she knows her parents are spies, but she keeps acting like she doesn't know. Like, really? Like they're trying to kill Russians? Like, yeah, you know this, Paige. Like, I'm gonna need Paige to like hurry up. I don't really like Paige. I mean, she's alright, but she's cool. But the scientist, I thought he played that role very well.
Randy.
So yeah, the scientist who ended up getting killed. Like, I don't know, he just played that. It was very believable.
Oh, yeah, at the end.
What I mean? So
yeah.
I really like that part.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, I don't know, Philip, just the way he took him out was kind of dirty.
It was
painful. It was like
that was
broke
amazing.
His back.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't even just like, give him a little sleeper hold, a choke, a stab. He was just like, wah, 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 wah.
Just very taken to the word backbreaker, just done.
Yeah, you know all about that, huh, 2K?
Anywho, so what did you guys think? Oh, so let's start off with Paige. So there's a couple scenes. So they gave her the, to think about while if you get into a situation. I think that, I think that Paige is eventually gonna spill the beans. It seems like, I don't know if they're teasing us. It just feels like she's always coming so close where you feel like, she's being an emotional teenager, and then she like pulls back. But it feels like it's thrown in episode 3 that eventually it's going to happen.
But here's the thing though, because she has done it before in the previous season, I'm hoping that they'll give her character a different arc, so it'll be more surprising. Maybe she comes out like to be the one who's the most hardcore. I'm hoping.
And where's Henry at?
Henry wasn't in this one either.
I know.
I told you, Henry gets no love.
So, so what do you think or Young Camel 2? What do you think about
Young Camel 2?
Young Camel Toe.
Young
what
Camel
do you think
1.
of
Camel 2?
Camel 3.
Oh, good Lord.
How many camels does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Okay, go ahead. Just do like this, people. Just do like TK. Do like this.
Oh boy. So, what do you think of Paige and Matthew's relationship?
It's corny. It's very corny. Matthew
You have to remember they're teenagers, though.
Yeah,
so
but they're just like...
Not all teenagers. Most teenagers don't have swagger. It's a few.
They have corny conversations. Matthew knows that she's lying, or I hope he knows that she's lying.
Keeping something
obvious,
back.
Like she keeps like, oh, nothing's wrong. I just want to get better grades. I have a B and I want to get an A. Like you wouldn't talk like that if all you was trying to do is get better grades. There's obviously something wrong, and I think Matthew needs to just go find somebody else and just leave Paige, because she's a square, and yeah, Matthew's better. He could do better. He has long hair. He's probably in a rock band. I believe in him.
Yeah. Paige is so innocent. When she's talking to her parents, she's like, wait, so you actually lie to people? You pretend to be somebody else?
Well, you remember Paige was into church and Christianity at one point. So I think even though she doesn't go anymore, she has taken those lessons and applied it to her life. So I think with her being so, because I don't know about y'all, but when being going into that teenager side of things, you're still, and depending on how sheltered your parents kept you, her parents kept her pretty sheltered. They just started, exposing her to things here and there. And remember, they didn't have the internet. Technology's not like how it is today, where you can surf, whatever, and look for porn or whatever. So it's just like, I think her innocence is very true to the time. So, and the fact, I haven't seen it. You guys can let me know, being guys and all, like, I haven't seen even Matthew press her to do anything else beyond, them dating.
And you're asking about first impressions of this episode. I thought this one was really pivotal in that Paige was always kind of hesitant, obviously, just for moral reasons. Mm-hmm. But this was the first time they could give her a clear-cut, almost black and white reason. Like, look, America is literally trying to starve our people in Russia.
Right.
So I think that gives her something harder to hang a hat on. But we all know it's a slippery slope from there. So yes, no, I don't know.
All right.
No, yeah, I definitely think that I kind of almost think by them telling Paige little bits and pieces of what's going on, they're distracting her from
the relationship.
Because at the end of the day, this is the scary part. If I were her parents and they're kind of indoctrinating her into becoming a spy, like the amount of men, whether she wanted to or not, that Elizabeth had to sleep with in order to do the job, I don't know if they actually thought about that, like if their daughter actually does this like full-fledged, that she's gonna have to do that too.
Yeah. She's not ready for that.
Well, I mean, obviously not now, but even
I can't see that happening.
But wait, peep the close up. She's about to. They're putting her on that road, because did you peep when she was making out with Matthew, and then she's the one who slid her hand up his leg? Right. She was about it, so
Yeah, but she actually likes him.
Yeah.
There's a difference, because I don't know if you remember. I think it was in season 2 or 3 where Philip had trained this girl, and she ended up sleeping with this guy, and she started like having this whole fit because she felt like a prostitute in certain ways. So there's gonna be a time where, if she does pursue it, that's gonna be a very real thing.
I think she's gonna bust out and be an undercover freak, because that's the only place she can go. She can't be innocent that long. Plus, it makes it more interesting.
I think she's gonna snitch. She's just gonna lose it.
So you think she's gonna tell Matthew, or she's gonna tell Stan?
I think she's gonna tell Matthew. Like, I think she's gonna come at Matthew from like a, what the America's doing to the crops? Like, right. I have to fight for my country type of thing, and maybe try and get him on their side. It's not going to work, but she's going to try and do it.
Well, I mean, there is a way for her to do it. Is she? Because everybody has. I don't know about you guys as far as growing up, but I had the causes that I was looking out for, and I was very passionate about in elementary school and in high school. Like, there's you're either one or two, because you're only exposed to so much of the world. So I think if she does it in such a way that I think kids at that age, provided that they're not trained to be douches, are empathetic to world causes. So I think she presented like, hey, there's people dying in other countries, then he's going to be more apt to take up that cause as well. If she starts off with, hey, my parents are spies, then...
Yeah, I don't think it'll come out like that.
Either way, you're still giving your parents up. Like, Matthew's dad is in the FBI. Like,
well, it depends on what she's asking him to do.
Well, you don't have to ask him to do anything. Just even telling him that, hey, America's sending poison crops over to Russia. Like, just even saying that, just from the standpoint, like, it's already... Because now Matthew's going to go back to his dad and be like, guess what Paige just said? And he's going to be like, oh, I wonder why Paige would say that.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be more so of something like she just gets anxious and lets something slip as opposed to saying they're spies, you know.
But beyond the very particulars of, you know, for instance, what we're talking about now is the whole grain stuff. But beyond those particular instances at that time, and correct me if I'm wrong, there was tension between Russia and America.
Oh, yeah, it's the Cold War.
Right. So if she were to not necessarily say anything specific, but more of, you know, this is what America is doing to the country. And again, she's a teenager, so the likelihood of her actually thinking it through is probably slim to none. But if she were to go with it from that angle, then it would make more sense.
I think that would be more interesting too.
Right. Well, it takes for most of these, and pretty much anywhere in life, and even in these shows, it takes like one instance where, you know, something either horrific happens or whatever for you to, you know, almost snap out of it and, you know, become an adult. So I wonder if that's going to happen because they're concentrating on her so much. It feels like this season. So I wonder if something's going to happen where she's forced to, you know, grow up and then, you know, make a decision. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's gonna have to jump in with both feet before the end of the season.
But how old is? Do you know how old she is in this season?
You guys correct this. I could be wrong. I'm thinking 16.
Okay, all right. So let's move on to this whole grain thing. It's so crazy to think of again here and now, like, you know, what's happening and what America is doing to other countries back then, and then it makes me think of the stuff that we don't know about that might be happening right now.
Oh yeah, we're probably doing some messed up stuff right now.
Right. So it I don't know.
As if nuclear weapons weren't enough.
And I mean, I hate to go back to Donald Trump, but he is the president, so
take it back to son.
It's probably going to escalate in the near coming future. You know.
Well, even beyond that, you're looking at, not only are you looking at possible bombings and all this other stuff, but beyond that, just what we have right now as far as computers, and we're attached to our smartphones, and somebody could literally, you know, wipe that whole exchange off, and we can't have access to our money. Like it's very close. I forgot the title of the book, but there's a book where this guy was writing about it, essentially, where we have all this technology around us. I mean, literally our whole lives can be wiped out.
The singularity.
Right. Yeah. So it's just interesting how, you know, all of us, including myself, you know, even today I signed up for the Starbucks app to go and, you know, I put my credit card on there because I didn't want to wait in line for Starbucks. You know, so now they have, even another part of me, now they know what type of, you know, drinks I like at Starbucks. So it's very accessible. It seems like it's way easier now to infiltrate pretty much any country that has this type of technology versus back then.
Yeah,
this is true, and we can still do the crops. Oh no, actually, it would be harder to do the crops now because I'm sure these countries have technology that can detect certain bugs in the crops. So biological warfare when it comes to food probably wouldn't happen today.
Well, it's happening right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, third world, like broke countries like the Ukraine and stuff, but
it's almost. I mean, yes, if they're sending back food to those countries, but you know, I've went to quite a few third world countries, and if you compare milk coming from an actual cow to what we have here, or even the size of what a chicken's supposed to be.
Has anybody seen that crazy big chicken on the internet? I'm sorry.
No. Is it a real? Is it? Oh wait, is that real?
It's the thing. Yeah, it's real. Google it.
Oh,
hormoned up.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
But that's not. I mean, it's killing us in the long run, but it's not killing us in the short run. Like in this, I mean, in the Americans, they were trying to kill people right off. You know, it wasn't like because I mean, we're putting hormones in our chickens so we could feed more people.
Right.
They're putting midges in the grains to kill people, just like straight off the bat. Different. You know?
It's still a form of killing, just in the long term. And then you're like, oh.
It's different forms though. Okay. The way we're doing it is meant to. We're trying to help people through this. Yeah.
We're not trying to poison people too?
No, but we're trying to help. Okay, it's
trying to help us, protect us. Is that what you mean?
But it's in the light of helping. It's like we have people we need to feed, so let's like.
Yeah, in the light of protecting Americans.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Like we do have people we need to feed. However, the portions that we eat, even take it beyond, you know, pesticides and hormones. The portions that we eat as Americans or as North Americans are way more than what we need.
It's true.
So how much mass production do we really need?
And just to take it back to the episode, we got like a clear-cut example of like the food shortages when they cut to the scene in the market, and like the the racks were bare.
Right.
It's just hard. It's just night and day.
We got a glimpse of Martha.
Yeah, we saw Martha. Martha
back.
made a little cameo.
Martha's in the house.
See,
Or in the supermarket.
Looking like a very traditional Soviet Union type woman with her head wrap and everything.
I thought you were gonna say something totally different.
No, I was playing it safe. But yeah. So that was a great scene, by the way. Oleg, who we all love, I guess is one of his jobs is to go around to these markets and investigate corruption. But what's so crazy is, I mean, to me, I've always loved him because he seems to have so much integrity. But it's crazy how much he has to like dig into this poor shop owner just to try to fish around and see what she's doing.
Right.
So it really kind of hurts me. But it's the same thing. He thinks he's doing it for for God and country, or for country.
I mean, over some tangerines, man.
Yeah, but do you think that he knows about the poisoning of the food too, or is this something a total separate issue?
I don't think Oleg knows that, but go ahead.
I think Oleg has a...
Because the fact he said
may have
no
been tipped off.
to the tangerines, like she offered him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, see, maybe I'm giving him too much credit. I thought he was just like, no, we have to be black and white when it comes to corruption. Don't take gifts, because they had a conversation like that last week with his boss. But peep this. I want to see what you guys think. I guess it's pretty much implicit.
Are you running from somebody? You okay? You just shaking his leg at the
He's excited. Kenny,
I know,
come
I'm
on, man.
passionate,
LB
TK.
Excited
Thank
about
you,
the show, The
TK.
Americans.
Hey.
No, not
hey.
hate. If you are in, I don't know how familiar you are with, FBI agents and spies and also, if you're sitting in a room and somebody's shaking their leg, that's a tip off that something's going on with them, and that makes other people very nervous.
Or maybe you just had, a cup of coffee before you came.
Actually, I didn't, but okay.
But let me get back to my point.
5 Sprites. He's high off Sprite life.
There you go. But let me get back to this. I wanted to ask you guys. I think it's implicit that Alexei gave the Americans the idea, to infect the wheat with the midges, or if he wasn't doing it directly himself. But question, I'm just curious. Do you guys think that was his purpose? Do you think that's part of his function? Or is he kind of like one step removed from it?
I don't know. I think they might be using him, like they're using his emotions against him.
Right.
Like I think if they were to tell him that's what they were going to do, even though he might not like the country,
he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it. But I think it's just like if you use somebody who's very passionate and hatred towards certain people, you're going to just direct their passion towards those people and off of you. So I think I think because he has so much hate and disdain, they just it's an easy layup. It's like, okay, well, all we have to do is say, hey, you hate the country, let's send you this way, and he kind of just vomits out these ideas.
I hope he didn't just say it directly. I hope they kind of wheedled like background information on it, and he kind of said it tangentially. I hope he didn't just directly say it.
Well, I don't think he directly said it. It's just like if you're you're cozying up next to somebody and you really want a certain piece of information, and if you come at me and you ask me a certain question, I'm gonna be like, why do you want to ask? Versus you come at me like it's universal. It's shady, but it's universal. Hey, how are you doing? You make sure that person's okay and you're invested in their life, and then you can ask them a question. That's why when you start off any emails or whatever, it's like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going? By the way, if you say, by the way, this is what I need, more people are gonna say no.
TK, but you're the one who's the professional here. I don't know that,
Well, there you have it.
There it is.
Lessons.
I'm the creative one. I'm holding down the creative end.
This is Business 101.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me with your little nuggets.
Thank you.
Jewels.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, TK.
Thank you.
She deigns to even sit by us.
All praise to TK.
TK.
I hope you put that on your Instagram.
TK the guy.
I hope that makes it to to the Instagram.
She's hating on my marketing tactics. Like, I'm just trying to promote the show, but she doesn't like it.
Not even. I will not say what I really think because it will be documented forever. So we'll save that for.
Hey, go ahead and document it.
Off camera.
Let's get it popping.
Hey, put it in the file cabinet.
Oh my gosh. So, Twan and...
Twan, that name, I'm sorry.
It's Twan, right?
He sounds black, though.
Oh.
There was a black character in Revenge of the Nerds named Twan.
Oh, I always think of R. Kelly.
He was like the only gay guy in the Nerds.
I always think of Grove Street. Like I feel like Twan would be like somebody off Grove Street. Grand Theft Auto, CJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got me there.
Twan. Yeah.
Twan. Your name is just Twan.
Shout out on the live chat to Natasha. Thanks for hopping in. Really appreciate it. We know it's kind of late, so.
Hey, Natasha.
How is the chat popping, by the way? TK, anybody else up in there?
It's late. It's just Natasha and I right now.
All right.
We love you, Natasha. We love
Thank you, Natasha.
Shouts out to you.
FYI, we do a live chat. I don't think I this is probably the first time I'm ever announcing it. I do live chat, so if you want to hate on us or love us live, we can do that. So now, are you okay there?
Yeah. I was just checking my phone for the live feed. Go ahead.
He was just checking your watch.
But you have a computer.
Yeah, but I'm not connected. Go ahead, TK. Do you, TK?
Yeah,
Do
he's
you?
not connected.
Oh, big up to Emily as well. So now, Twan and Pasha. Oh, actually, let's go to the beginning of the show. So they're all bowling, and it's just this whole. I love the dynamic of it. The fact that they can just roll up, throw on away. Like I wonder if Elizabeth and Philip get confused in their characters.
No. They've been playing this game for a long time and know what they're doing. They know who they are.
Right, but I feel like they've had so many characters over the years. Like it almost, I don't know if it's correct me. I don't know if the word is psychopath or sociopath. It's almost to the point that they can play so many characters and not get caught up. They're
actors. They're well trained actors. I mean, they're well trained actors.
Actors will take you out.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is like they are now acting like they're just being actors inside of the show.
You know what I think provides like some stability for them? I'm just going to go out on a limb because I do think they both share sociopathic tendencies.
Right.
I think to do that job anybody would have to, but I think them going home to each other at the end of the night, most nights, obviously they've had to spend the night with the people, but they basically always come back to each other, and you've never, even when Philip was with Martha and they had the apartment, he's supposed to be married with her, he was only there like half the time.
Right. Well, I think that's another thing too, that now we've gotten to this part of like season 5, the other end of it, like their relationship. Now because when they first started in season 1, they were just, essentially it's almost like an arranged marriage, right? Now,
yeah, that's what it is.
Right.
It wasn't
and then now it's like they actually love each other, they care about each other, and now they've gotten past all this, oh, this is my job. It's like, yeah, this is my job, but I love my family.
Yeah, this is their way of life.
Yeah, so like even the scene where Elizabeth has the cowboy hat on, I thought they were going to go a little bit further, but
The cowboy hat.
We know what happened. We know what
You think so? It looked like Philip was very distraught at the whole situation. Like, I don't know if he...
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, so you speaking for Philip?
I'm speaking full-heartedly for Philip. Yeah.
Speak on it, guy.
They had the cowboy music. They was in a motel. Like, what went down. That's what you do in places like that. I don't care if you're a Russian spy or an American spy or just a regular person. When you're in a motel like that with a sexy female,
what you gonna do?
Dude, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
With a cowboy hat.
Get it popping.
You ride cowboy, cowgirl, whatever.
No starfish.
Starforce is bomb though.
So Twan and Pasha, do you think that he's gonna convert him, or I almost see that Philip and Elizabeth might actually kill off the father because he's just so much of a he can go any direction. He has this hatred towards the country to the point where he might be a liability.
I think they're going to use him for information because he can also be like a really, really good contact, seeing that he just like says his feelings like whenever he feels them. So like later down the road when they find out what he's actually doing and how much power he actually has, I think they're going to keep him around to just use him for information.
We'll use him in the same possible way as just get him to talk and then use it for information, or torture him.
They don't have to torture him. He just talks his ass off.
So just use him to talk. Go get the plug or whoever's doing the bad stuff and come back and be like, oh, you didn't do anything.
You know what's the crazy dynamic too? Is just that obviously because Philip and Elizabeth, they speak Russian, they understand everything he's saying, but nobody else knows that. Yeah. And they're just sitting there listening to everything. And even Twan doesn't know that they understand what's going on.
No,
well, yeah, they do because they translated to him. That's right.
Yeah, he asked for translation.
Yeah, and he said, "This is what I'm sorry," but I guess at the time, I don't know. I just think that's crazy when they just sit up there like straight face.
But they do look kind of like they do understand though, because I saw a few nods from Elizabeth being like, "Hey,"
real subtle.
Yeah,
That's
like,
good acting
I
right
get
there.
it, you know?
So do you think they do understand, or do you think they?
No, they understand.
No, not they understand. Do you think
the
that
Russians?
you think that Alexei knows that they?
No, they're so.
I
aloof.
love when that happens.
They're so aloof.
Yeah.
I think it's like that's when you see like brilliant acting, when you see actors able to ride that line between like I'm pretending to be aloof, but just enough in an expression in their eyes that they're listening.
Yeah, I like that feeling. I know just enough Spanish to figure out what people are saying, and I just. Okay, cool. So, let's go to Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
They were on a mission. Oh, actually, first to Martha. Do you think Martha? This is like a little glimpse of Martha just to see where she is at in life, or do you think she's gonna come back as a recurring character?
I think it's both. I think they just did the little cameo of her after Oleg was talking to the shop owner to say to establish that she's in Russia, ironically at the same market, whatever. But yeah, there's more to come with Martha. They're bringing it back. Yeah,
it's just so the fact that they brought her back in such a is like almost like a peekaboo type thing.
Yeah, they're just establishing it to it's just a foreshadow for later.
All right, so Oklahoma City, what did you guys think of that whole mission?
There's a lot of midges. A lot of midges were in those grains. The mission was very well needed. They completed the mission for what it was worth. They got the contact information. They got the scientist plug. His name was Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, Randy, he was just like doing everything they said, answering every question. He was cool.
He was a nice guy.
He was like, just don't kill me.
But they were like, you know what? You're the one that made these bugs. Like we gotta knock you out.
Yeah, because if they leave him alone, then he can just be forced to make the bugs for somebody else.
Yeah, but I'm sure he taught somebody else how to make the bugs though. He has an alibi.
So they had the eggs, which is 30 to 40,000.
That's a lot of eggs.
Sent over.
And he tried to make it seem like, hey, that's not that much. He's like, it's not. Just
because I'm thinking that, and again, I don't know the gist of it, because I'm thinking of you send it there, and now the eggs become like little adult midges, and now they repopulate. So it's just almost like the rabbit effect. So it's like 30 to 40,000 initially, and then I don't necessarily know the incubation period, but it doesn't seem like it'd be that long. Like it's not a 9-month period.
And did Randy even know they were going to Russia?
I don't know.
He just knows he's making them, right? He's cultivating them.
And I think it was smarter to send them as eggs because it's just easier to transportate eggs than flying bugs.
Oh well, yeah. How are you gonna do that? Right. Like, what plane's gonna carry that? And then if there's an issue or a leak or an opening, and that could just be very messy.
And that would be horrible to just have those on a plane just in general. Like, oh man,
like
the pilot,
you feel that? What's that?
What is that? Like, how much are we getting paid for this trip? They don't bite, I swear. They like food, not humans.
So Stan and Dennis, they're on a mission to talk to Anatoly.
Yeah,
they failed. Hard. I love those scenes where they was like, hey, can we talk to you? And the guy was just looking at him and walk out.
And that's what I was hoping that Oleg would do every time he got approached, by the CIA.
He was gangster, man.
He was like, yeah, peace, I'm out. The dude at Anatoly. And they said, we heard you work for the TASS, T-A-S-S, which I don't even know what that is.
Uh-huh. So do you think that they're going to get some information from him? Or?
I think that's coming. They wouldn't have established
it. I hope not. I like these dead ends.
It feels like Stan. Like it'd be frustrating from Stan. He always gets so close, and then he just doesn't get it. And I almost feel like, I don't know if you guys saw Breaking Bad.
Of course. So
Breaking Bad, it's like the brother-in-law, finally puts it all together in the last season, and now like it just a storm of people dying, and now chasing, and like I love the fact that they're taking us through these historical. Possible.
You're popular.
No, it's calendar stuff. Possible things that might be happening, whether it happened or not, and it's just kind of like we have to see what happens. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm just very fascinated.
I also think Dennis's character, he's a lot more slick and probably better. I guess pulling information out of people than Stan, so
Stan
he's gonna
was
be the
awkward too when he was getting stood up. Like Dennis was like, "Okay, I saw that coming." Stan was like, "Another one?" Like,
yeah, and she said how they sat down at the corner at the counter and they said, "Oh, we're from the FBI, the federal," and like,
can't you tell by our suits?
Who does that? And then he smiled after you said that sentence. I'm like, who does that?
He's like, hey.
So I don't know. So you think they're gonna get information from Anatoly?
I hope not.
I think Dennis is, and I like how Dennis, even after Homeboy got up, he was just so chill. He was like, "Get one of them fries." He's just so laid back.
Yeah, that was like those little part. Like you have to really watch. Like you can't have this show in the background. Like you have to very intently watch it.
Little character moments.
Little character moments, and then Misha trying to get from Yugoslavia to Austria, and like the end goal is to get to America.
Right, to come see his dad, to come see Philip, who he's never seen.
So wait, does Philip? I can't. You have to. I can't think of. So does Philip know he's alive?
I think he knows.
I think he knows of him.
Yeah, he knows of him.
Right.
The one time he was able to talk to his ex-girlfriend in Russia, who actually just passed away, and left the secret documents to get Misha coming over here. But yeah, I think that's all he knows, is that he had a son, and he definitely doesn't know that he's on his way. But that's gonna throw another dynamic in the mix. I can't wait to see that.
Did he mention it to? Does Elizabeth know?
Yeah, I mean, she mentioned it when he found out.
Okay, because
He's
I
like,
know.
by the way, I just got told this. I have a son.
You said it just like that.
Basically. By the way, you know.
So do you think the son's gonna add an added dynamic to the whole mission, or is he gonna be?
I think he's gonna be like a tragic fall guy, like one of the people like who you're kind of rooting for, and then just becomes like what do you call it when you drop a bomb and innocents get killed? Collateral damage.
Right.
I think he's gonna help out.
Think so?
I don't know. It just seems like he's spending so much time to get to this like goal.
Oh,
That's
that
true.
would be
So
hard.
he has to
Right.
Like, come on, he's trying to
died.
go from Russia to. I know. He's like, hey, he's taking a long time. Like, come on, give him a chance. It's 1980.
After all that
They don't
screen
have
time.
Ubers. They
Well,
don't have.
but this is the thing though. He might get there, right? And say Philip and Elizabeth are not home, and he might go to like the wrong person, like Stan, and might confide in Stan, and is like, yeah, this is where, I'm trying to look for my dad, this is the situation. And Stan's assuming that Philip has this life. Like, he can open up a whole,
if he talks to Stan.
Right.
If he talks to Stan.
Right.
But if he talks to, Pasha or Alexei, then...
Well, we don't know where he's going. Like, once he gets to America, where is he headed to? Is he headed to Elizabeth and Philip's house? Or is he heading to the house that Twan's in?
How do you get that address?
I want to say that the mother left it to him.
Yeah, she left him. So they didn't go into details, but apparently she left him like secret documentation, passports, and information that would lead him this way.
Okay.
Right. So is she just hoping that he would help protect him,
Or just find his father.
And just get out of Russia too.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
what are your predictions?
Predictions? Where's a little?
I know the music. Oh, there we go. And the lights.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh, before you say that, on the live chat, the hardcomers said, "How would you define Midges in a nutshell?"
What up, hardcomers? Shout out to hardcomers. Well, remember we were talking about this. Like, what was it? Kevin Hart and Diddy used to talk about a Mitch. So you don't want to be a midge.
Midges get stitches.
You don't want to be a bottom midge on the bottom. You don't want to be that.
Isn't there like a real term for midges? Like, what? Did you look up something? Did you have a?
Well, they're just a type of fly, type of insect.
I think that's
of the fly family.
Might be what he wanted, but
okay.
You can go both. So say what it really is, and then say your
yeah.
They're bitch flies, okay? They're bitch flies.
Yeah, I actually looked at the Wikipedia definition. Midges are defined as a family of insects that are related to a group of flies, and it's that simple. And they show a whole bunch of different ones on Wikipedia. Look it up, hardcomers.
They kill Russians too.
There you go. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
All right, give me your predictions, guys.
Paige is going to spill the beans to Matthew, and she's going to get the whole family messed up. Matthew's going to leave Paige, hopefully, because, he just needs to realize, like, go away to college, Matthew, please. Like, go to, like, San Diego State and get it popping. Have fun, man. You're too young to be going through this with Paige.
I think Martha somehow is going to get tangled up with Oleg in Russia. Because I think there's a reason, they put them at the same location. They pass each other. Some weird dynamic is going to go on there. And somehow she's going to get pulled into some espionage over there in Russia. Back in America. Yeah, Paige, I think, poor Paige. I think she will step it up a notch. Regardless of what happens with Matthew or not, I think she's gonna pull like a power move and get real hard like her mom. I think that's what she's gonna become. That's her arc. She's gonna go from this innocent, wide-eyed
Something crazy is
little
gonna
girl
happen.
to like making her like hardcore like her mom.
almost maybe like somebody will kidnap her. And then she realizes like all the little things that her mom's taught her. Like it's just all these things that, you know, your parents got on you when you were a kid. Like, you know, clean your room and all the stuff that you just didn't bother to do. But now you're on your own and there's nobody to pick up your stuff. It's like, okay, I saw her doing this 100 billion times and she's taught me once or twice.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, repetition.
She definitely has it in her.
So, any other predictions?
Yeah, Twan's gonna keep talking
Twan.
about his country and how everybody keeps dying, or how everybody died.
It's a sad story,
he
though.
brings it up every episode. It's always that moment. It's like, you know, back where I came from. It's like, oh, here he goes again. Like now he's gonna have like a minute long. You know what happened to my people? Like, shut up, Twan. Like, go ahead and bowl some more gutter balls. I saw that move, by the way.
I think he did it on purpose.
He did do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That was pretty slick.
That was pretty slick. So shout out to you for that. But stop talking about.
Here's the other thing about Twan, like how much hate is in his heart. He's like
been through a lot, though.
I understand that. I understand it, and that's what's great. I know what signifies his character so much, but just the fact that he would say when Alexei is such a traitor, he's like, I can't wait for the USSR to be destroyed by America, so you can see how it feels. Like that's crazy.
And is there a reason why he talks so slow? He talks like
I think that's just his
Aku
cadence.
From Samurai Jack, just like a young warrior.
I think that's just his cadence, and I think he's been also through so much in his life thus far that it's like there's this opportunity. He's a spy, but he's getting to live in America. Like you notice too, he asked for a dog. Like, oh, this job would be much better to like watch what they're doing if you guys got me a dog. You know, it's like
I didn't even peep that. Okay.
yeah, all the
He
little
did
things,
say
and that's
that.
like a privilege. Like I mean,
That's American.
in LA, you know, homeless people do have dogs too, but it's still a very privileged thing. It's like, okay, not only are you living in this house technically by yourself, you can get a dog too. And then Philip totally didn't even respond to that.
I mean, I think that's one of those great sub themes of the show, if you can call it that, in that how everybody gets affected by the culture, because he's like the most hardcore zealot.
Right.
But, you know, slowly but surely he's going to start to enjoy the amenities of America. And just like they showed last week, you know, the hypocrisy that goes on over in the KGB, like the colonels and the heads, they get like mad pastries and the best food and
Right.
the best wine and stuff. And like, you know, while the people are still waiting online and struggling.
Right.
So,
Trying to get tangerines.
you know what I'm saying?
So just a quick shout out to all our folks who did or commented last week. So Diego, Main, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not good at pronouncing these names. Main Steels one.
Manny Styles.
Oh, Manny Styles one. Is that you?
That's me.
High five. You're on the
Terrible.
chat.
Manny Styles all up in there.
Manny, why don't you just have one name? Anyways, Batboy 189, Mary Kay, she gave us a lot of love. She's really happy to see. I don't know if you followed us from training day, but she's really happy to see us doing,
cool.
doing the
Thank
panel.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
She loves it.
And then of course you with another name, so we'll just skip you. And
Skipped.
Nick's 100, and
100.
also What FC. I saw you in the Dancing with the Stars chat, so please don't come for me, but I will see you on Monday.
She can take it though.
Do it.
Just keep it a buck.
Do it.
Oh, and there's a couple of questions. Oh, I'm sure you guys will handle this. There's a couple questions on the live chat from last week, so make sure to handle that. So China Ayina, she has some questions for us. I think it just came in later on. It came a day ago, so check that out.
They had some good finds in there.
Yeah, they did. Keep them coming, because obviously, like I said, there's just so many of the little things that, you know, we miss. So no.
Oh, we just don't get to. You know,
Yeah.
don't have time to.
And then Don Banks.
Don Banks.
Sound like a rapper.
And Holt Clark, and wow, we got a lot today.
Holt
So
Clark.
really, guys, appreciate you for all your comments. I hope you enjoy the rest of the season with us.
Yeah.
Let us know what your predictions are, and you know, we'll be here next week. My name is TK Trinidad. You can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Where can they find you two lovely gentlemen?
Camel 2, Camel 1. Besides being
Willy
Camel
Wonka.
1. My name is Al Gragg. You can follow me on Twitter at SoundClashCine and on IG at _Jamaica House Film. And please continue to like, share, repost, comment. We love it.
Emmanuel Wright. You can find me on Instagram at Young Camel Toe, YUNG Camel Toe. You also find me on Twitter at DearVidSpits. Got that hot fire.
That's what's up. Watch out, ladies. Why she hating? Why she rolling her eyes?
Why you always...
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
See you later.
From executive producers Maria
The views
Menounos.
expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.